If I could tell my mom anything right now, I'd tell her to come back.
My wife Tamara was a beautiful woman. She was a loving mother. She was a really talented and dedicated journalist. She was smart, she was funny, she was witty, and most of all, I think she was passionate. She has such a passion for life. Tamara and I met when we were both in journalism school in Ryerson in Toronto, and we had two little kids, Bronwyn, who is now 9, and Finn, who is now 6, and we had a happy life here. When Tamara received her diagnosis, I remember we were scared, and we wondered how are we going to get through this? What awaits us? When we told the kids about Tamara's cancer, they were upset. They were really upset, but we tried to put as positive a spin as we could on it. The way we framed it is, Mommy is now going to fight to live, and we're going to help her with that.
When cancer patients first receive a diagnosis, if their parents, their primary concern is their child. They're always thinking about their children first and how to support them, how to talk about cancer. It's a very scary word.
There was a point where we did have to say goodbye. That was almost the most traumatic thing. And I remember telling my daughter that this is the time to say goodbye to Mommy. Mommy is going to die. And I remember she screamed and she kicked. She had a physical reaction almost, and I held her as tightly as I could. And I tried to take away her pain, and I could feel her agony. I could feel her writhing in my arms. And I remember my son, he couldn't grasp it as well. He was crying because he felt like he had done something wrong to hurt his mom. And I was telling him, you didn't do anything wrong. But it was really traumatic.
Children experience a lot of anger. They can experience sadness. They often will blame themselves when they lose a parent. What's beautiful about art therapy is sometimes there are no words to express what's going on. We just don't have the words. We have a feeling, but we don't really know what that feeling is. And using art making to let that out is really a very different way that can help some people access those emotions.
Through art, it's a way of sort of piecing it together. And then also, I honestly believe if you're creating a little piece of art about Mommy, you can touch Mommy almost. You can feel Mommy, you can feel her in your heart. That's the closest you can be to Mommy.
The Healing Arts offers art on the walls, so patients create artwork and have a little tiny gallery, and that's really important for them. We have art carts as well, and also, for example, the love totes that we give. So it's another kind of sustaining, supportive resource for children. So that's really, really wonderful, is to have access to different ways to help you cope with situations.
I just saw the way it helped them. It would calm them down, and they would come to terms a little bit with what happened to their mother and form a little bit of peace with it. And I think they felt closer to her when they would be able to do something like that.
It's really hard to tell patients when they call in that they could only see me in 2 weeks. Or even sometimes we have to turn people away. So we really want to ensure that people have more access to these resources because it's really important to them.
She's in heaven right now, a better place. And I believe she's in my heart because, like, sometimes I can hear her voice and I feel it in myself.